Hey there, Poke fans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and welcome back to us climbing the seasonal rank ladder using a team that we built from scratch. So this video is going to be just a little bit late. Essentially, what I would like to have my videos come out is anywhere between noon and 3 p.m. PST, but I am recording this way after that. Shouldn't say way, it's like 4. I haven't watched the Charlottesville Regional. After this recording, I will get into watching day 2, and I know that one of the people is in the finals. I was spoiled to that this like earlier today, but it's okay. I will watch it and see what happens in the aftermath. So for right now, I'm off Twitter. I'm not going to be watching anything except for the regional. So with that out of the way, let's look at our team and what we're going to be currently doing. So last video, I asked the question of the team, and you can see it's kind of broken up right now. So if electric terrain wasn't going to work, what would make something else work? Thunderous does do a lot, but I think he really focuses maybe on Thunderwave and maybe like Scary Face and like Eerie Impulse and stuff like that. The way that I built him was kind of like Tornadus, but it just doesn't seem to fit as well. So I was like, okay, well, if I'm not doing that, what can I do? Well, I thought about adding Pelipper back to the team. I don't know if that's going to be the same case. It's really, really weird, but if I do add Pelipper back, it puts into perspective of what I would like to have, right? I could open up Pelipper and Urshifu and have like a 2 water core, which isn't that bad, but it brings instantly what the benefits would be for Urshifu, right? I can instantly go ham with those attacks. It also gives me openings for these two as well. Now, the other question is, okay, who do I bring in? I'm not 100% sure. Like, there's Pokemon that I could bring in. Like, I could bring in Incineroar, which would really, really help out. That gives me 2 fire types and 2 water types, so not necessarily any grass coverage. I could bring in Ogerpon, which then gives me my grass coverage. Has Follow Me, but no Intimidate outside of Arcanine, and he doesn't have a way to swap out. I could bring in Landorus instead and kind of have this core, which I'm kind of leaning towards. It does give me 2 waters, 2 flyings, but I also have two fire types too. It's funny. Oh, I also have 2 fighting types. Man, everything's in 2s. So I think we're gonna try that with this team. We're gonna see what happens with this. If it doesn't work as intended, obviously we will make changes to the team once more. Iron Hands does bring in Fake Out, which is great. I mean, do I need Ogerpon since Garchomp's not going to be there? I mean, he would be useful still, right? I have no one that does a buff, but he could help out with Pelipper. There's one thing I'm going to change about Pelipper for sure. Instead of Hydro, well, I was thinking about doing like Wide Guard. Seems to be an egg move, so I don't have that. Water Pulse at 60. You know what? We'll leave it as it is right now. We're going to change Pelipper. I'm going to need to get Wide Guard on him because it helps out greatly with him becoming an opener. So there's that. So we're going to try out with this team and see how we do today, and then we'll see you guys at the end. So the thing I was worried about before, I now have to deal with. That's dope. Okay, we have Whimsicott, Ogerpon, Incineroar, Ursaluna, Indeedee, and Iron Crown. So we have possible Expanding Force, Hard Trick Room with Ursaluna, Incineroar obviously for Parting Shot, Ogerpon for Ogerpon things, and Whimsicott to shut down everyone else. Okay, so what should we do here? I think go Pelipper, Urshifu, Arcanine, and Landorus. Mostly physical attackers on my side, so they're probably going to use Incineroar 100%. They would have to use Incineroar because, like, again, all my Pokemon are physical attackers, so it would be beneficial for them to bring them in to always get like the -1. But I've also got -1s. Okay, there we go. Drizzle. Iron Crown is someone that I have to deal with a lot. Quark Drive due to booster energy. Special attack was heightened. What should I do here? Entity is probably going to direct everything over to it anyway. Super effective, not very effective. You know what? Let's protect here. I can't use anything priority, which is totally fine. Expanding force. It's gonna hit Pelipper. Hopefully it lives. Does not. Does not, will not. Trick Room is activated. Okay. Summon out Arcanine. Intimidate. Can't use priority. So let's attack Iron Crown. Yes. Terra Water Surge strikes into Entity. It's a good thing I didn't bring in Iron Hands, because that Expanding Force is super effective against it. Because it is fighting type. But with Trick Room active, they're gonna have to deal with me going first. Which is really, really unfortunate for them. Terra goes to Iron Crown. Terra Water. Okay. It's hoping to survive the Urshifu attacks, but I kind of assume that Entity is just gonna like follow me anyway. So it makes the Crunch useless, or it does neutral damage instead of super effective damage. But we'll see what happens with this exchange. Dazzling Gleam. Not enough. Crunch. Not enough. Does a lot. Terra Blast. Goes over to the Arcanine. That's dope looking. Oh. Surging Strikes. Goes into the Entity. Does it have Rocky Helmet? Does not. So it's going to go down in 3 hits. But you are still... Interesting. Ogerpon comes out now. Out comes Landorus. Minus the attack on both. It's really effective against the Ogerpon more than anything else. And we'll go into that slot. Terra Blast. Into the Landorus. Does get a 1-hit KO. It's not a whole lot that I could do. Horn Leech. Yep, I mean, it is slower. There we go! Finally got rid of Iron Crown, but for what? For what significance is it? I have no idea. He's such a good Pokemon. I don't really have a counter for him. I should really catch the other Kapu and have Single Strike just so I have like another Pokemon to use. Oh great, Ursaluna, let's go. I have to plan this out accordingly because that other Ogerpon definitely has me beat in Surgeon Strikes. Blood Moon is going to fail because of Protect. And Ogerpon, Horn Leech, will also fail. Oh, one more turn. One more turn. Can I go for the double? it works. Let's go. It's not going to really do anything, guys. It's not. It's not going to do anything. It's still funny, but it's not going to do anything. You know, if I had 2 Pokemon, it would make a little bit of a difference, but yeah. Okay. Let's just go right into the Ursaluna with the close combat. Oh, follow me? Oh man, you're thinking I'm doing surging strikes? Let's not. Nope. Bop. Not enough to get the KO. It does not have the choice band. Out comes a Blood Moon, and we're done. Not a bad match. I definitely misplayed and obviously brought the wrong Pokemon in to deal with Iron Crown. It's really, really hard to deal with him sometimes, especially when you have Indity and him, and he has Expanding Force. Expanding Force is the bane of my existence. There's not a whole lot that I could do about it, except for bring in Dark-type Pokemon just to kind of ignore that whole resource altogether. But still, it is a strat that I have to get over somehow, and I will eventually. Next one. Okay. Next one up, we got Glastrier, Fluttermane, Ursaluna, Alolan Ninetales, Sableye, and Urshifu. Cool. Let's see what we can do with this particular team here. We will have to deal with some sort of weather war, so I'm going to try to deal with that first. I also have Sableye, who is going to know Fake Out. No one on my team realistically turns into Terra Ghost or is a Ghost type. So that kind of sucks for me. But 1, 2, 3. So Archine's probably not going to be as useful here. This is a good question. Very, very, very good question. Does Follow Me go over Fake Out? I don't believe it does. I think it comes after. You know what? Let's do these 2, Ogerpon and Iron Hands. We'll leave our Landorus and Arcanine in the back. It's gonna be very weird if I can pull this out. It's gonna be incredibly weird. I don't have Freeze Dry, so that's something I'm gonna have to kind of deal with. You got Sableye and Ursaluna versus Urshifu and Pelipper. Drizzle starts off first. That's it. You know what? Let's do the double protect. Fake Out's gonna come out here, and I'm not sure who it's gonna be a target of. They don't have Ogerpon, so I don't have to worry about that for like a possible switch in, but I do have to be worried about what Sableye is gonna do. Because if it has Trick Room here, Tailwind would have been a terrible option. Essentially, I'm hoping that I'm not faked out. Sableye is going to be a bit of a problem if I do this wrong. They're going to Terra, and it's going to be the Ursaluna. Terra normal. So Hyper Voice, possibly. Most likely a Light Spray build. Throat Spray, not Light Spray. Throat Spray. I mean, you can still have Life Orb, so we could watch out for one of those. Double Protect on my side so I don't get hit by a Hyper Voice. Will-O-Wisp. Okay. No Fake Out that I saw. And Blood Moon. Okay. All right. Let's do Hurricane on that. I'm going to Surging Strikes on that. Will-O-Wisp, Prankster, obviously. Let's get a Burn Urshifu. Surging Strikes. It's not going to do as much damage, but that's totally fine. Hit 3 times. Okay, 100%. Might. Ooh, with the confusion. Let's go. Please hit yourself in confusion. Please do that. That'd be dope. And you don't. Ooh, both Pokemon just barely live. Urshifu takes a little bit of the chip damage due to the burn. Okay. go ahead and do that and protect. I don't know what Sableye's gonna do next. You can't do fake out. You attack? Nope, you hit yourself in the face. Taunt. Okay. No tailwind. That's weird. Why did you get to attack next? Protect and what were you? You were gonna do is vacuum wave. I see. I see what you're planning there. Okay. Let's just do the double switch. Try to reserve these Pokemon as much as I possibly can. Here comes Iron Hands. Because the Vacuum Wave was going to come out probably this turn again. Special fighting type move that will hurt a bit. But no Throat Spray. Quash. Fails. Confusion. So what do you have? Oh, you hit yourself in the face again. That's dope. Let's just go ahead and hit you, and I'm just gonna fake you. Oh, I can't. Never mind. Fake out does nothing. That's unfortunate. I forgot that he was a ghost type. I'd cudgel. Right into the. Are you serious? Snapped out of confusion. Blood Moon. This is gonna hurt. Ogre Pawn? Okay. Oh yeah, that's yep. He's gone. And there he goes. Oh. That's unfortunate. Super unfortunate. Bring back Pelipper. And let's just Hurricane the Sableye, and I'm just gonna Drain Punch. Like if I would have like registered, because it's like, oh, fake out right into the Sableye, but I didn't like see it and register it fast enough for me to not click it. Take your time, folks. Take your time. Obviously, don't take forever. Vacuum Wave right over to the Pelipper. Taunt. Okay. Drain Punch. Down goes Ursaluna. One of the higher level special attackers is taken down. I don't know what the rest of his team looks like, but I don't know if Sableye is going to be able to do anything now. But it's not like I could do anything to him. I've got like 14 HP left, and he can quash. I can't swap, so Fake Out is still unusable. I should have just attacked into the Ursaluna like 2 turns ago. Comes Fluttermane. Boost energy. And speed was heightened. Surging Strikes. We're just going to go ahead and Terra to use it. I'm going to go straight into the Fluttermane with Heavy Slam. We're going to Terra Grass though, so I don't get super affected by these moves that are coming out from the Fluttermane. Now it can protect, in which that could be the call. You do have a speed boost. It is raining, so maybe protecting so that you survive whatever attacks comes out from Urshifu. As if I go into Sableye and he dies next turn, that would be the option. But you save your Fluttermane from this Iron Hands. So whoever you have in the back is probably going to be what you're going to need to use for the rest of the game. I've only defeated one Pokemon, so right now it's 2v3. Quash. Okay, that is going over to Urshifu. No protect, but you also open yourself up from being punched straight in the face with a heavy slam. Down goes Flutter. Now he's burnt. I can't swap. Fake out's not an option. I'm already automatically slower. And it's Urshifu. But I should be able to do a lot because I'm already burnt. I'm not weak to any of his moves, but he's going to be weak against mine. I'm not touching Sableye because it seems like he's mostly supported right now. So I'm just going to focus all my attention on this Urshifu. I don't know if that's going to make it so I survive the next hit, but I'll do my best. I think he did too much. Postpone, make it flow. I live with 2 HP, but the burn is probably going to take me out. Ugh. If I wasn't burnt, that might have been a 2-hit KO. Yeah, this game's over. Ah, that's unfortunate. Iron Hands was going to be able to do it, but he just needs a little bit more help. The burn is what did it. If I wasn't burnt, it wouldn't be too bad, but it was not. It was not meant to be. Here we go. Finally. Took a little bit to get to this match. So we've got Ogerpon, Murkrow, Thundurus, Mamoswine, Corviknight, and Mr. Golden Go. Let's see. What should we do here? Mostly special attackers. So Arcanine's probably not going to be useful here, but we do have answers to not only Corviknight, but Ogerpon. So it would be beneficial to bring that Pokemon, as well as like Landorus, as we can deal with both Mamoswine and Golden Go as well. So why don't we open up with Landorus, Ogerpon, Arcanine for our revolving door set, and Iron Hands. Like, we're not going to be able to do hardly anything to the Murkrow, but we can at least do some bit of damage with what we've got. So let's see what happens. Mamoswine, Thundurus. We got Landorus and Ogerpon. Oblivious, so no attack was lowered on Mamoswine. The Breaker of the Molds. Let's go ahead and just do that. And I kind of want a Spiky Shield here. Oh, wait. I'm flying, right? I am. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Yeah, let's go for it. I thought Spiky Shield probably would do something. Oh, never mind. So here was the thought process before it just got disconnected. Thought process was, I would hit. Okay, they DC'd. So Rock Slide to do a little bit of damage to Thundurus, but he was going to get a move off, but it had to be directed over to Ogerpon. Because Ogerpon is the only one that Thundurus could really attack into. I mean, you could taunt, and you could maybe do Wind Shear, but it would only hit Ogerpon. So I figured if I protected on Ogerpon, I would be able to ignore anything that comes out of that slot. But if I went into Rock Slide, I maybe hit the Thundurus, maybe knock it out, maybe not. It is built for attack and speed, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to knock out Thundurus by itself. the outcome was going to be the Mamoswine. That Mamoswine was going to be the only thing that I could possibly fear because of like any type of ice moves, like Ice Shard could come out. We have Avalanche that could be used. We got Blizzard that could be used. There's Icicle Crash that could be used. Mamoswine himself is pretty hard to take down, especially if you're off type. And because Landorus is technically 4 times weak against ice, that Mamoswine was huge enough to be able to knock it out right away. But unfortunately, I'm not able to see what turn 1 was going to look like. They left. I don't know if that's from the game or that's from the person. I just know that the game was concluded and I got the dub there. Let's go for one more. We got Iron Bundle, Minun, and Plusle. Chi-Yu, Ogerpon, that's water type, and we've got Orthworm himself. Now, I don't want to give a bonus to Plusle or Minun, so I'm not going to bring them in, or Pelipper in this round. But I will have to worry about Mr. Pokemon there with the Iron Bundle. So I think what I'm going to do is bring in Landorus and Iron Hands to start us off. Ogerpon, and let's bring in Urshifu to tie it all together. I do not know what Orthworm is going to do. I know my Ogerpon is able to one-shot, if not... He's able to one-shot most, if not all of the water Ogerpons if they Terra. So maybe get them to Terra into that Ogerpon and then be able to like crush them, but we'll see. I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll try it this way and go from there. Okay, so they opened up with Water Ogerpon and Chi-Yu, while I have Landorus and Iron Hands. Now, the Iron Hands is looking pretty good against the Chi-Yu. Landorus, not so much against the Ogerpon. I can Terra Blast into the Ogerpon, which I'm definitely going to do, and I'm going to Drain Punch. Well, do I want to Drain Punch into the Chi-Yu. Yeah, let's do that. Drain Punch into the Chi-Yu. I'm going to try to get as much damage out as I possibly can. Let's see what happens. Chi-Yu is going to protect, which is totally fine. Spiky Shield, also fine. I'm okay with this outcome. They faked the Terra from me, but they don't know what type of Landorus I have. And whether or not it's going to be able to do damage. Now, I Terra'd so that I don't get knocked out right away by whatever could happen from Ogerpon. That was my main concern. From now, what they could see is that I have a... here comes Plusle. They can only see that I have a Terra boosted flying type. So that's what they're going to have to deal with. They're going to Terra. It is going to go to the Chi-Yu, which is going to make him water. It's going to ignore the Drain Punch, but it's still going to do a lot of damage. Now, Plusle and Minun don't have an ability that negates wind attacks, I believe. So this should still do a lot. It almost knocks it out for it being negated. Heat Wave almost knocks out the Landorus. And that's a Life Orb set. Here comes the Drain Punch. I'm going to get all that HP that you just did to me back. Shank you. I'm going to swap out to bring out my Ogerpon now. And I'm just going to go ahead and just Drain Punch again, because I want all that HP to come back to me. Now that I know that he's got Water Ogerpon, I'm confident that my Fire Ogerpon is going to be able to do a lot of damage. Volt Switch. Plusle went back. Bring out the Ogerpon again. Now their Terra target went to the Chi-Yu, which is unfortunate. Yeah, here comes the Ogre Pond. Heat Wave does nothing to... Ooh! That should have still been like a little bit of damage. But that was a lot of damage to Ogre Pond. A lot of damage. A ton of damage. More than I would have liked, to be honest with you. Way more than what I have liked. Here comes Bustle. Let's Spiky Shield and swap to Landorus to -1 the Ogre Pond. We don't want it to do a ton of damage. We want that attack to fall. So if it does go into Ogre Pond, he's gonna get a Rude Awakening. Volt Switch goes into the Ogre Pond, so he's gonna take a little bit of damage. Is that gonna be enough to knock him out though? Or not at all? That's dope. It is a special attack, by the way. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and bring out Urshifu. And let's go ahead and activate Follow Me. And I'm going to U-turn off that Ogre Pond. Oh, look. That's what I did too. That's exactly what I did too. Oh, you're still faster. You're over 160. Oh, you gotta be scarfed. That's why. That's why. Chip damage. Love that. But I also too do chip damage. Iron Bundle comes out. Here comes the Cork Drive. It's not as effective as I would like it to be, but that's totally fine. Out comes Iron Hands. Out comes Urshifu. Let's go ahead and protect on the Urshifu. And I'm going to fake out. Well, if they... This is a good question. Fake out would be really, really beneficial here, but Follow Me, I think, goes before fake out. Yeah, let's do it. Iron Bundle protects. Good call. Oof. I also protect. Everyone protects. This is bad. I just hit my hand against that. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Yeah, that hurt a lot. Going close combat that slot. I'm gonna Drain Punch that slot. He can't protect this turn. But if I get double target into Iron Hands, I'm pretty much left. But I have Freeze Dry to worry about. That goes off first. Hits the Urshifu. Does get the KO. No Follow Me. So this is gonna do a lot to Iron Bundle. Ivy Cudgel. It's not enough to get the KO. Drain Punch. This should be a lot of HP back. That was not a lot. That was not a lot. Out comes Plusle again. It was Scarfed. Just gonna Drain Punch the Ogerpon. This is probably gonna be a KO to Iron Hands. Don't think he's gonna be able to do a whole lot, which is really unfortunate. Grass Knot. Yep, there it was. There it goes. Grass Knot. Good move to have. I think it does off Pokemon weight, so regardless of how speedy they are, if they weigh a lot, they're gonna receive a lot. So that's unfortunate, but still a good match. I got to see Plusle. I didn't get to see what Minun did, but Plusle was pretty dope. I'll take that. We've got Indeedee, Archdrillodon, Gardevoir, Tornadus, Landorus, and Urshifu. And that's Therian, by the way. So I'm kind of noticing like the fallout from this. It doesn't really have like a good theme of what I would like to do. Either that or I'm still learning how to make this team successful. So in this particular build, I don't really have anyone that's going to be able to take down Landorus. Wait, I do, but I don't at the same time. Let's bring in Iron Hands, Urshifu. I'm going to need to be able to... And let's bring the Revolving Door of Pokemon. Leave Ogerpon and Pelipper in the back. Let's see what happens here. All right. So they brought out Gardevoir and Indeedee. Let's see. Cat. Can't do priorities because Indeedee's out on the field. So we're going to Heavy Slam into the Gardevoir. I'm going to Terra, Surgeon Strikes, and I think I'm going to go straight into... yeah, you know what? We're just going to hit right into Indeedee. Helping Hand goes right over to the Gardevoir. Expanding Force. That's a double KO. See why I'm afraid of Expanding Force? It's everywhere. I can't get away from it. I'm gonna have to bring in like dark Pokemon or people that can do different instances and stuff. It's like, it's weird. Okay. Gardevoir attacking first though. That was insane. Let's just go ahead and do that. And this. Another Expanding Force coming out. Let's go. Terra on the Gardevoir. Turns it to normal. It removes its weakness. I don't know what it was for, but Helping Hand. Is this Scarf? Nope. Fuck. That's... I hate Expanding Force. You gotta be kidding me. Right now, it's the bane of my existence. I have to try to figure out how to beat it. I literally do. I literally do. Oh my god, why? So tough. It's so tough. Okay. So we've got Dragapult, Whimsicott, not Armorous, Amoonguss, Gliscor, Metagross, and Raging Bolt. Interesting. So, what should we do about this particular team? Well, I do not believe that I do not think that my team is equipped to deal with this particular team, and it is only because of the fact that I have a lot of off typing or double typing and triple type. It's just bad. So, I think we should do the following. We'll bring in those 4. I believe I brought in Urshifu, Landorus, Arcanine, and Ogerpon. I know that I just clicked it, but it's just like my head is kind of all over the place. Kind of think of like ways to like this make this team better, and I do have ways, but I don't want to just like go back to the team that I'm comfortable with. So we do have Whimsicott and Gliscor versus Arcanine and Urshifu. So I need to get Urshifu out. Oh, we brought in Iron Hands. Okay. No Landorus. But I do need to get him out so that I can get some things going. I kind of like the Flare Blitz into the Whimsicott, but I think Gliscor has something else in mind. So I'm going to hit the Gliscor. No. Terra, Extreme Speed, into the Whimsicott. Surgeon Strikes into the Gliscor. We're gonna pop our Terra automatically. It's probably never a good idea to automatically do it. Chi and Pao would make a really good inference in this team, obviously. But we'll bring in the Extreme Speed and pop the Whimsicott. It's going to survive, but in the event that it is Focus Sash, then we have something to do with that. They'll activate Tailwind. Substitute goes on to the Gliscor. That's not so much damage. That's a crit. Super effective. Oh, does it do all 3? Oh, that's funny. Okay. I didn't know that would do that. I thought it would like do 3 hits or the 1 hit, right? So like Ogerpon, when he has Water Absorb, it only does the 1 hit and then that's it. I thought that's what it would do. In fact, it doesn't do that. That's dope. Okay. Now that I know that, it's going to be very easy to do that in the future. Shiny Metagross. Like, everything on this team is shiny. That's dope. Love that. We're going to go ahead and hit Whimsicott with Extreme Speed. I think we swap to the Ogerpon. I think that's going to be the call for the Urshifu. I do not know if Metagross is going to be able to knock us out, but I at least didn't want to put Urshifu in a terrible place. Here comes the Terra. It's over to the Metagross. It becomes water. It was going for the Surging Strikes. It's like, oh, you won't switch. You have the advantage right now. It's like, oh, I totally did. Not only did I switch, but I also got rid of your support. It's a terrible thing. Like, I love Whimsicott, but you kind of Psychic Fangs for the screens. I like that. Out comes Dragapult, which will not be able to do any damage to Arcanine. So, but I can't do any damage to it either. But I'm going to Extreme Speed and then Wood Hammer right to the Metagross. Bop. Bullet Punch. Does not get the KO. Dragon Darts over to the Ogerpon. It is going to knock out the Arcanine, which is unfortunate. But that's okay, because now the Ogerpon comes in with the Wood Hammer from downtown. Ooh, that's a life orb. Gotcha. Bop. Down goes Metagross. And he's gone. Ogerpon takes a little bit of damage. Let's just bring out Urshifu. Reintroduce Urshifu. We're going to go ahead and Surging Strikes. And I kind of want to do Follow Me, but it's got Dragon Darts, so it's probably not going to really matter too much. So let's just hit it. Double time. Battle's canceled. Never mind. No double time. Battle was canceled. Like, wow, we got that one, but any of the other ones? Any of the other ones? Like, if it's E-Force, I'm trembling. Bro, I'm trembling. Like, seriously? Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, bro. Oh, so bad. Not a bad match. Definitely could have done things a little bit differently, at least on their end. They could have maybe focused a little bit more harder on one of my Pokemon, not both, but I definitely shut them down pretty early. So there's that. Yeah, that was a good match. I like it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and Pokefans alike, is going to be the end of today's video. If you made it this far, please know that I do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, and just do me one last favor. Go ahead and leave a like on the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe if you were a brand new viewer, or if you like what you seen, return to the channel quite often. And if you guys want to leave me a comment down below, I do reply to any and all comments. Let me know what you guys thought of today's matches, the team comps and everything. I think I'm putting together some random matches that seem to work in my head, but as soon as I put them off of paper and put them into practice, it doesn't seem to work. But it's always a learning curve, and it's going to be a learning opportunity for us in the future. And we're going to continue making these mistakes. It definitely hurts the soul and maybe my ego a little bit. It's like, I know that I'm better of a player, but it's like, I don't know how to win. It's so odd, but it's totally fine. Like I said, we don't win them all. All we can do is smile and reflect and just try to have fun. And I think I did that today. I hate expanding force. I want to thank you guys for watching. And until next time, have a great day. Peace.